What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys 10 NFL players who I think will have a breakout season. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. The NFL season's literally right around the corner, so these are 10 NFL players I thought would have a big breakout season coming up. So yeah, and I know some of these guys have had breakout seasons past, but they kind of need one again. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So stay around, see if maybe if your favorite player made this list, maybe an underrated guy that you don't know, and let me know what you guys think of this in comments. So, yeah, just like I was saying, let me know if you guys agree with this list or not in the comments below, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, kicking things off with number 10, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Tucker Kraft. Also, really quick, don't mind the snow. I don't know why. It's just classic Chad Ochocinco antics.
Literally
Season for a couple reasons. Last season, he was on fire for most of the season, and which that was pretty awesome for Tucker Kraft and such, which is really cool. So yeah, he had a big season, and then he tore his ACL. Sadly, he got hurt, which did kind of hold him back. But I think he's gonna bounce back this year. I think he's a top 5 tight end in football this upcoming season, which I think is gonna be super cool for Tucker Kraft. I do believe he's gonna have a really good season coming up here. I think it's kind of obvious. I mean, he's due for a breakout season. Him and Jordan Love pair up so well in that Packers offense and stuff like that. So I do believe that he's gonna have a pretty good season upcoming next season. Yeah, so I do think Tucker Kraft is gonna go like crazy next season. I can see him possibly maybe going for 1,000 yards because he might have to roll into number 1 role with Romeo Doubs going to the Pats and Christian Watson. He is injury prone. I like the guy, but he is injury prone. And Packer fans, you know that's the truth. Oh my gosh, get that! Yes. But yeah, so alright, moving on to number 9, which is gonna be Romeo Doubs. I feel like this is also kind of another obvious one that I think I have breaking out for next season. Maybe not for some people. Like I said in my last video, that he is the most underrated receiver of all time. Not all time, but like I'm saying, he's underrated is the point of what I'm trying to make here. Romeo Doubs is very underrated. I mean, just look up some of his highlights on YouTube, and you'll probably be impressed. Oh my gosh, it's hard to see in this one. So yeah, but Romeo Doubs pairing up with Drake May, I think is gonna be really good next season. Drake May has the best deep ball in the league. I mean, I think most of us know that, or one of the best deep ball, not the best, but one of the best is what I meant to say. I have to punt. Just kidding. I ain't punting. Who punts? But yeah, like I said, but Romeo Doubs is really good. I think he will go for a 1,000-yard season. I think Romeo Doubs is gonna go crazy. I think he's gonna lock in. I think he's gonna be really good with Drake May. I know AJ Brown's kind of taking that. Wow, let's go. But Romeo Doubs, I know he has to kind of sit sideline and be like, can't be the number 1 compared to AJ Brown, but I do believe he's gonna get enough ball time to get 1,000 yards and stuff like that. So Romeo Doubs, I think he's gonna have a breakout season next year. Moving on to number 8, it's another wide receiver, believe it or not. Jakobi Meyers. Now Jakobi Meyers has been in the league for quite a while. I mean, he's been in the league way longer than probably most of us, think. I mean, he's been in the league for so long. I mean, so yeah. So I do think he's gonna have a pretty good season next season. I think he's due for a breakout year. He had a lot of years at the Patriots where he was a really big role there. Mac Jones, which I don't know how he survived that. That was like sending someone away to the gulag. That was horrible. But yeah, literally the gulag, pretty much. The Patriots were horrible those years, besides last year, they were awful. And literally, and then they sent him away to the fucking gallows. They sent him to the Raiders next. They sent him to the Raiders? I mean, to the Raiders, man. Are you serious? So that kind of sucks that they sent him away to the Raiders. So, I mean, just awful times for Jakobi Meyers. But now he's on a good team. He went to the Jags finally. So he went from the gulag to the gallows to peace. So, but, so, I do think he's gonna get a good season next season. Sorry, I keep on stuttering, but Moving on to number 7, we got our first quarterback of the video, which is going to be Tyler Shugg, the Saints quarterback. I believe he's going to have a pretty good season up and coming. Last year he came in and he was just playing lights out. I mean, but he came in there and looked like he's a veteran. I mean, he's old. He's already 25, so I mean that's a good thing, you know. Like, he is 25, which is interesting, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We've seen older quarterbacks, you know, do it before, like Bo Nix, for example, was 24, 25 going in his rookie year, and he's done good in the last 2 years so far, you know, honestly. So, why am I... Brother. Wow. Anyways, so, man, that... why did he slip, bro? Wow. Anyways, back to what I was talking about, but... so I think Tyler Shugg is having a pretty good season. I think he's going to honestly have a breakout year. I think the Saints are going to probably be pretty decent. It's not hard to win that division, by the way. You got to win 9 wins. A toddler could do that. It's not that hard to get 9 wins, okay, in a division with a pretty easy schedule besides playing each other, you know. So, yeah, so that division is way too easy, honestly. Like, anybody could honestly do that. Even Nathan Peterman could win 9 games, I believe. So, yeah. So I do think the Tyler Shugg's have a pretty good season next season. And, yeah, moving on. The number 6, which is going to be another quarterback, Kyler Murray. Now, this may surprise some people, because Kyler Murray has had breakout seasons before, but he needs one again. He needs to break out of being this, where he is right now, where everybody has a position as him being ass, or him being bad, trash, whatever. They have him positioned as that right now. They look at Kyler Murray and they're like, oh wow, he is garbage. They look at Kyler Murray and say, what an ugly thing. They don't like that. So Kyler Murray, listen to me. Don't play Call of Duty this year. It's gonna suck anyway, so don't play it. Okay? Let's lock in. And that's how we get. I believe in you. I believe in Kyler Murray. Okay, everybody has given up on the guy. I still believe in him. I'm a Kyler Murray believer. I always liked him when he was on the Cardinals. I believe in him still to this day. He just needs to put down the Call of Duty and lock in. Okay, that's an old joke. That is kind of annoying now. But the point is what I'm trying to make is I think he could do it. I think now, because I think about those years in Arizona with the Cardinals where he had DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals are pretty good. And now you put him with Justin Jefferson. I think the Vikings could kind of be a decent team next year. I believe Kyler Murray will have a breakout season. I think he's going to break out of that shell where he's considered as bad. I think he's going to kind of have a Sam Darnold revival story where he kind of revives his own career a little bit. And that's what I think is going to happen with Kyler Murray next year, honestly. I think Kyler Murray could easily pass for a lot of yards. He's going to obviously beat out J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy, Michigan guy. Respect for you, bro, as always. That ref and the kicker was dumb. I don't know why I ran at him, but J.J. McCarthy, he's just not there yet. I still don't think. And Vikings kind of got a history of fixing bad quarterbacks. Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, just to name a few. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Kyler Murray is at 6 for a breakout. Something else, sorry. But A.J. Barner, I think he's having a pretty good season next season. Michigan GOAT, by the way. Michigan GOAT, man. I miss him at his time in Michigan. He was awesome when he went there. So, but yeah, I do like A.J. Barner. I think he's having a pretty breakout season next season. Last season he did really good. He had 700 yards, but I think he's going to go for even more this season. I know he's still got JSN there, but I do think he's kind of take a bigger role if Kenneth Walker not being there. So watch out for A.J. Barner. He's going to I think he's going to step up really to be in a, possible top 5 tight end conversations, maybe even, possibly. I know some Seahawks fans are happy right now, but yeah, watch out for him. I think he's having a good season. I think he's really useful, honestly, and I think he's going to really step up for Seattle. He had a good season last season, but they didn't really start utilizing him until like that week 6, kind of, against the Rams, whatever game that was. I'll have to check that, but, yeah, flag Buffalo, yeah, flag, yeah, but, either way, I do think he's having a good season next season. I think he's going to step up a lot. So, man, I just got Mahomes bailed. I can't even see the field goal, though. It's okay. I made it. Yes! Alright, but, so, yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good season for A.J. Barner next season. Oh my gosh, I say Barner. And number 4, it's a Cardinals player, and it is Michael Wilson. Yes, I do believe Michael Wilson is going to have a breakout season next year. Yeah, I think Michael Wilson is honestly super good in the NFL and stuff. He had a pretty good end of last year, honestly. Oh, stop slipping! Gosh, bro, we have like slippery shoes on or something. But, Michael Wilson, I think he's a fantasy demon, by the way. If you're going to draft somebody in fantasy to put at a flex, man, take my advice and draft Michael Wilson. He's a fantasy demon. He will get you points. But I do think he's going to have a pretty good season up and coming. You know, I think he's going to be one of the better Cardinals. I think he's going to step up. He has to step up. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't done anything. I still don't think he's going to do anything. He's just going to not really do that good next season, honestly. So yeah, I think Michael Wilson is going to step up. I don't know if it's going to be 1,000 yards, possibly 800, 900 yards. Maybe he could hit 1,000. I could see it happening. It depends if it's Jacoby Brissett at quarterback or if it's Carson Beck. That's what I think it kind of weighs on for Michael Wilson. But I do believe he's going to have a breakout season. He needs one, honestly. He gets really good for a couple weeks and he kind of fell off, which I don't think is going to happen this season. I think he's going to be pretty good. So Michael Wilson is at number 4. Number 3, and that is Emeka Egbuka. I believe Emeka Egbuka is going to have a huge breakout season next year. If last year wasn't a breakout season enough, he did get hurt during the middle of it. But he was on fire. Remember those first couple weeks, he's going crazy. I think he's going to go crazy again with the Bucks. You know, moving forward, I believe that he's going to have a huge season up and coming this next season. It'll be his second year in the NFL. I think he's going to have a pretty big bounce back season from the last season. You know, sadly he did get hurt, and every Bucks player I feel like they got hurt. But I think the Bucks are going to come out on fire. I'd watch out for them. Okay. NFC South, I don't know. It's kind of unpredictable as of right now. I could see it between the Panthers, Saints, and Bucks. I don't know about the Falcons, but I do believe that Emeka Egbuka is going to have a pretty big breakout season next year. So I think he could possibly be one of those guys that can go for that 1,000 yards and stuff like that. Moving on to number 2, which is Cam Ward. I feel like this one's kind of obvious. With Cam Ward, I mean, maybe it's not. Oh my. Okay. Maybe some stick them on your gloves, buddy. I mean, come on, man. But yeah, I do think Cam Ward's gonna have a breakout season next year. He had an okay rookie season, but not the greatest. But now he has an offensive coach. They have hired Brian Daboll. Which he used to coach Josh Allen, and he even brought the Giants to the playoffs when he was head coach there. I think Brian Daboll is a great offensive coordinator and a great offensive mind guy. I think to help Cam Ward a lot next season, which is a big reason why I do think he's going to kind of have a breakout year. So, yeah, I do think he's going to have a big season next season. No, I'm not necessarily saying that the Titans are going to be good now. They still need a lot of stuff. They don't have a number 1 even. They don't even really have a running back. I mean, but the Titans could win 8 to 9 games next year. They got Robert Saleh there now. They got a whole new coaching staff, which is going to be huge. So, I mean, yeah, it could be a really big thing. So I would watch it for Tennessee next year. They could be a little shocker team. You never know. They could surprise you. They could heist the century. They could steal that AFC South. But I highly doubt that will happen. We'll kind of see, though. Let's move on to number 1. And last but certainly not least, number 1, who I think will be for sure a breakout season, is Bryce Young. He is due for a breakout season, if anything. Bryce Young has had one of the most interesting NFL careers. He was really bad, and he kind of turned around last year at the end of the year. But I think it's going to happen for the majority of the year next year. I think Bryce Young's going to go on a tirade. He finally got his number 1 guy. He got Tet Mack, which is huge. Finally getting his number 1 guy, which is going to be a real big difference once again for Bryce Young. I think Dave Canales did his thing with Bryce Young. He honestly turned him around to be a better quarterback, which is what Dave Canales has always done. His whole career did with Baker Mayfield and others. He's a quarterback guru. That's what he does. So I do believe Bryce Young can have a really good season next season. Now, I'm not saying he's going to compete for an MVP, but he could be one of those players where we consider him in possibly top 12 QB conversations. I do believe that it could definitely happen next year. So, I think Bryce Young's going to shock a lot of people. I think it's going to shock people more than when Brock Lesnar defeated the Streak at WrestleMania. I don't think a lot of people have Bryce Young being good on their radar, but I think he is going to be good. I think it's his time now. Bryce Young, I think it's his time to play up in the NFL. I think it's his turn. He has done it so much, Bryce Young. I will be cheering for Bryce Young every which of the way. You know, I'll be Bryce Young, man. I've always liked Bryce Young. I've always, I don't care that he went to Alabama. I've always liked Bryce Young. I think he's a really cool quarterback. I think he's just a great quarterback. And I think really, I know kind of a little bit of glaze is going on here. Okay, I'm glazing him. But I think it's his time for a breakout season. It's his time for a breakout season. So I think it's gonna happen here next season. So yeah, that will go ahead and do it with this. Let's go and get you guys to the outro. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a fun time making this. Yeah, so like I said in the intro, let me know what you guys think of this list in the comments below and stuff like that. So yeah, that will do it for this video, and that's pretty much it. Also, if you guys don't mind, maybe consider subscribing. We post about weekly NFL content on the channel, so if you're a big NFL fan like me, subscribe, so you can stay tuned in for more. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do it for this video. Really quick. Oh, and also, you guys want to see like any more of me or stuff like that? I do have a Twitch, which is _24. I go live on there sometimes. Make sure you follow, so then you know when I'm gonna go live. And on TikTok, I post on there pretty much throughout the week. Like I post at least 2 times a week on TikTok. So yeah, but that'll go and do it for this video. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know if you guys want to do more top 10 lists or what you guys really want from the NFL content. So yeah, I will see y'all next time. Deuces.